Deficits are a disaster right now in the US. Today I'm going to talk to you about how the bankers have created this system and the politicians have given their consent and allowed this to happen. Because when you have a surplus and you are still running a deficit, something is clearly not right. So let's get into the article right away. The big news: federal tax revenues set record through June, but the Fed's still running a $400 billion deficit. Now, to me, that is quite alarming, because you should have a surplus at this point. You are taxing people at a rate that has never happened before. Obamacare itself brings upon countless new taxes, just one law in itself. So let's take a look into the article here, and it basically says that using the inflation adjusted dollars, they had set a record for the amount that they have brought in. That is a $2 trillion income right here. This is so extreme, yet they are basically still running this deficit. Now, that is the system that they've designed intentionally. The entire banking system, this political system, it all runs specifically off of debt. They need to incur more and more debt. When you get rid of that debt by paying it off, you actually collapse the system. That's why they're unable to change the system, because it would crumble. That's why that can't happen. Now, you can go into the article further yourself. I'll just go into a quick thing that I mentioned in my book, talking about the real deficits, because of course that's what I do at the Money GPS, is show you the reality. And the mainstream media, the government, are not going to provide the statistics, but here we are. In actually, out of all newspapers, the USA Today showed that there are nearly $60 trillion of unfunded liabilities. So when you include the off-balance sheet numbers, Medicare, Medicaid, so on, you actually get a number that is at least, this is the most conservative number, $60 trillion, and this was statistics in 2011. So they have gone far beyond that since. And I basically also mentioned further at the bottom here, you can see the budget deficit, which is basically around $1.5 trillion per year. And that is something that cannot be sustained. It's impossible. Now, of course, you have shadow stats, John Williams. When you use the globally accepted accounting principles, GAAP, and you use that to calculate how much budget deficit there actually is, in 2012 they were running a $6.6 trillion budget deficit, something that absolutely positively, based on any calculation, it cannot be paid back. That is just the way it is, and the only way that they're going to be able to do this is either default on their debt, which they do not intend on doing, or printing money. And it looks like they're going the route of printing money, and you all know where that is headed. But the US government is guilty of something, and that is wasting money beyond all other measures. Let's take a look at this quickly. I'm just going to mention it. US will spend $3.35 million to improve the quality of media content in Armenia. What exactly? Do they have any business spending millions of dollars for something so frivolous in Armenia, of all places? This is what, the government really wastes money. Take a look at this one. Obama's request, he wants 4 times as much to house illegals as to secure border. And I'm just going to scroll down very quickly, just 1 second. $1.8 billion. He wants $1.8 billion for housing and medical services for illegal aliens. This is what you get when you have a big government, where they are able to take the money and use it how they please, to do what they wish, and they are wasting tax dollars. That's all they are able to do. That's why you need more of a limited government, where they are unable to make such waste as they are doing, and we need more control over where our money's going. That's why I believe that we should have full control over our money, less taxes, and you can use that money to invest for you and your family. If you want more good intel, you need to be an insider. It is totally free. It is at themoneygps.com, and that's at the bottom. You fill in your email address and you get detailed reports from me that are very short, very concise, and I just get to the point, and I hope that you'll join the others on there.